Hello, welcome back to day 2 of my Vlogmas, which is my journey on what I am eating every day up to New Year's Eve, including my 8-day cruise that I'm going to be on. So you're going to see that. It's going to run, obviously, after we get back from the cruise, because I'm not going to have the internet. But anyway, I digress. This is day 2. It is 11:42, and I'm just now getting to breakfast. I haven't started preparing food or anything. I'm running behind. It's a low-key Thanksgiving. So what I'm going to have for breakfast is I have some frozen blueberries. I have 2 boiled eggs. And then I'm going to slice some sharp cheddar. So let's fix my plate. Okay, so first I'm going to open my boiled eggs. Get out of the kitchen, Mala. I need a paper towel. I like these, it's just they come wet. You know, I don't know if you know this or not, but as a gastric bypass patient or a weight loss surgery patient, any kind of weight loss surgery, we need to focus on getting at least 80 grams of protein in a day. So, cheese has protein. The eggs have 4 apiece. So, and I'm gonna, this is not my cheese knife, but I'm gonna weigh out 1 ounce of cheese, if you can see it. That's 0.24. .42, 0.63, 0.81. That's a lot of cheese. 1.09. 95. Wow. 1.02. You know what? I'm going to go with it. 1.09 ounces of cheese. And this is really going to be brunch. So coming up is I'm going to make a pecan pie, and I'm going to take you guys along as I do it. Okay, friends, so I decided against making the pecan pie. I'll make it tomorrow or the next day for my husband. So I'm going to make a staple that is my children require me to make at Thanksgiving. It started about 15, 20 years ago. And they insist on it. They're like, it's not Thanksgiving without it. So I'm going to be making my homemade, notice the quotes, my apple cider. Semi-homemade, okay? My base, of course, is any kind of apple juice, okay? I use the Alpine cider. I prefer the sugar-free, okay, because I got to sacrifice somewhere. So I use these packets. I use sugar, and I use cinnamon sticks. I'm almost out. And I use real apple. Okay, so first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my apple. I'm going to wash my apple. I don't worry about peeling it, but I'm going to cut it into bits. Let me get a paring knife. So I can cut that core out. The apple is actually the favorite part of the cider, they tell me. Because what it does is it absorbs all that sweetness and that goodness from the cider. And it makes it super yummy. So I just cut it into little chunks. And I put it in a crock pot. My crock pot's sitting right over here. Okay, so I've got my apples chopped up. Okay. So now I'm gonna open my apple juice. This comes with 10 packets. So I like to use about half of them. So they come in these packets. Ooh, look at all that goodness floating around. Now these make really great for 1 cup at a time. And my trash. I don't really have a specific recipe. I just know my ingredients. And I'm going to put about 1.5 cups of sugar. A 1.5 cups. We'll give that a good stir. We'll put this on high for now. Because we want it to dissolve. You see how I have room at the top? I'm going to add water just to help dilute those packets a little bit. So I'm stirring this up real good. And of course, as it heats up, it's going to dissolve, help dissolve it. But it's going to soften those apples. And as this is heating up over the next hour or so, I'm going to come and stir it more to make sure that that sugar is not just sitting on the bottom. Now I'm going to get my cinnamon sticks and just put them all in there. And get that out of my cupboard. Not to mention what the house is going to smell like. It's going to be amazing. Alright, so let me put some water in my jug. It's just water. There we go. Now my crock pot is full. Now I can just sit and simmer. I don't feel the sugar at the bottom anymore, so I'll be getting better. Let me get a teaspoon and taste it. Yes, that's very good. So I'll put the lid on it. I'll let this simmer for the next several hours. We're not eating until about 6, but when the family starts getting here, they'll start drinking it almost immediately once they realize it's there. So I'm just going to set this over here out of the way, and then so that's ready to go. Grab the scissors. Okay, so next I'm going to be preparing my green beans. I know I'm not making green bean casserole. Bacon. Get that frying while I chop some onions. And when my bacon here gets about halfway cooked, that's when I'm going to add my onions. And then towards the end of that is when I'm going to add some minced garlic. So my onions are cooked. I mean, my bacon's cooking, my onions are chopped. And I'm just going to use canned green beans today because I had an abundance of them. So I'm going to get these opened and drained. See how those are being cooked? And put my onions in there. Let the onions cook. My granddaughter sees that long onion, she won't eat it. All right. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. You see how the onions here are browning? And the bacon's about half cooked. So I'm going to add my garlic. And then I'm going to add my green beans. Okay, you can go back. And then I'm going to add some water. Some boiled eggs in there, don't forget that. Yeah, they're over here. Dirty. And then I'm gonna add some salt.
Where?
They're in the sink. And some black pepper. Stir that around, and then I'm going to put a lid on it, turn it down, and just let it all simmer. And here is our Thanksgiving dinner. This is my plate. I have a spoon of green beans, a spoon of dressing, spoon of mashed potatoes, a crescent roll, and a slice of ham. Now, I probably will not be able to eat all that, not by any stretch of the imagination, but here is our dinner. And we can't wait to dig in.